lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, nah, likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a f***ing name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking fight me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots, if I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can try me. If you wanna hate this, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself.
No, don't start again. How are we all? Who have we got? A lot of people today. Thank you
Yes.
for coming. We got beautiful Kaz. Of course, my beautiful Macjay. Aussie Jen, how are you, my darling? I chucked you a wrench. I hope you don't mind. Jody, I'm going to be giving you 1, 2, if you don't mind. If you don't want them, let me know and I'll take them back. Jody is cool. How are you, my darling? Beautiful Lady Spitfire, how are you? To see you back. 911 operator, hello, how are you? And I gave away some memberships. So there should be 10 new. 71, how are you, my darling? I haven't seen you in here for ages. That's, of course, my beautiful Spirit Time is here. I'm Judy. All right, so tonight we're going over, we're using memory blanks. I love my medication. Phil Hammer Media's links again. So his link will be going down in the chat and it's also going across the bottom because I still think by far he has the best audio on these interviews. I know sometimes it's still crackly, but if you listen to the original ones that we were listening to, you'll definitely understand why they're better. Okay. I will put the StreamYard link in as well, just in case anyone wants to pop up and talk with us. You're all welcome. Screen share. Do we want to do the mum or the stepfather first? The mum.
Yeah, I think the mum first, because the mum sort of, her interview sort of leads into the father's interview. At least I think this, it flows better, I think.
Okay.
I didn't even know that was
Oh,
possible.
thank you
please.
so much, Jody. Jody's Calls just gifted away a membership. And it went to her. Thank you so much. It means the world when people join, because it just helps us so much and helps us be able to stay here and do this. So today we're just going over Mum and Nick's stepdad interviews. That's all right. It wasn't meant for you. You got it. And then me and Macjay were just talking. We're probably not this live, but we also want to do some coverage on Sebastian Rogers as well. So won't be today, but in the next couple of days, hopefully, once we can get ourselves sorted out. But other than that, I'll start this. Hang on, I've got so many tabs open, I've got to see which one to start. So thank you again to Wilhammer Media for letting us use his content.
Oh, thank you for coming. I bet you're wanting your phone back.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you just a little bit about what's going on, okay?
Okay.
As you know, Nicholas was charged with first-degree murder
Yeah.
and armed criminal action. And what happened is he got a bus ticket and he came to Springfield, which is where I live in York. And he and Gypsy conspired to kill her mother. He stabbed her numerous times in the back while she slept in her bed. They cleaned up the area. He had a hotel room.
They cleaned up. It was all like.
They cleaned up some blood that was in the house. They got a hotel room. They hung out until they can get the bus ticket to come back here. Things that were recovered from your house. And did they leave you a list to tell you the things that were recovered?
No.
Okay. I don't know what the laws are here, but like when we do a search warrant where I live, we have to leave a list of everything that we took.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that your husband might remember is that recently Nicholas received a package in the mail.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know about it, but if he says, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And that was the knife that he had stabbed her to death. So they mailed it from their house there to your house.
Are you
Ozzy, check the
serious?
screen.
And that was located in your house.
It's just my son has never done anything violent, so it's like.
That's what he said.
Thank you so much.
He said that he's never. What do you think about this?
I don't know. I know that once we started going down there, we always keep a close watch on him because he has. And that's
Is
why
he being diagnosed with? Okay.
So that's why we kind of, treat him like when he was last doctor I talked to, they said his mind is probably always going to be 15, 16, right around there. So we always try to keep a close watch on him. When he said he wanted to go down there, I was a basket case. I'm like, you've never been out on your own, you know what I mean? So, the last time he didn't tell us though. He
Okay,
got a cab and never said anything to us, and I saw a taxi pull up in my driveway.
okay.
And I ran out there right as he was loading his stuff, and I'm like, where are you going? He's like, well, I didn't think you were gonna let me go. I'm like, well, I mean, why would, it's not okay for you to just take off. You don't tell us where you're going. So he's never done anything like this. Nothing violent, you know what I mean? That's why I'm in shock.
Okay.
I don't,
I think he's madly in love with this.
I know. It's like, even when I try to talk to him about, there's plenty of girls out there. You're a good looking kid. Why don't you meet a girl at church or something,
Beautiful Crystal.
He just, that's the way it works though. When you have what he has, it's like your mind focuses on one thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I just want to stop. So excited. Utterness is in our audience, and I just want to firstly say a big hello. She is another Australian channel that covers true crime as well, and if one of my mods could grab her link and put it in the chat for us, that would be wonderful, because she's got a great channel and definitely worth checking out.
I do it, but I don't. I'm on panel with a whole new monitor, so I don't know where everything is.
We'll see if we can, but if we can, just get her link, because definitely a channel worth everyone checking out.
It's me.
So, I never thought he'd do something like this though.
Okay.
I don't
Hey,
know.
can I
I'll
just point out
hold it
something?
together because I don't want to lose it right now.
I
I
know.
have a little boy at home
I
that
know.
I'm trying to
Okay, so earlier when it could be nothing, it could be something, but the cop, when she's telling the mother, she says, "Oh, Nick stabbed her numerous times," but in Nick's interview, I'm pretty sure he's pretty specific in saying 5. So whether the cop's trying to set up a narrative already, I don't know, but I thought it was interesting.
It was in the first one as well. She kept saying like more, and he would only admit to 5, and then he came around and said that it was 5 that went in deep. But that's again still why we need the autopsy, so we can see whether they are left-handed or right-handed wounds, because I've got a funny feeling someone else helped.
Oh, me too. I think we talked about who that could be last stream.
Yep.
Yeah.
explain to him, hey, you're going to see your brother again, or you know what I mean? It's like,
Does he have many friends?
Nick,
Yeah.
he hangs out with his cousin, but his cousin's a good kid.
Okay.
I mean, they're good kids. They don't.
Did his cousin know anything about this?
Absolutely not. Oh my gosh, she's like an angel.
Is he in shock over this?
I don't know if his cousin knows. I haven't had my phone.
Okay.
They threw me down on the ground, took us to the school, and I haven't talked to anybody.
Okay.
I mean, I just called my work today, and nobody knew.
Okay.
Nobody knew what happened, thank God, but I don't know. How are we, I mean, just for us to get down there to see him or trial or whatever, I mean, does someone have
This is what's going to happen. He'll be presented with some paperwork for extradition.
Okay.
The way he talks, he's gonna sign papers to be extradited.
Okay.
He'll be taken back to Missouri.
Okay.
Once he's in Missouri, he'll be at the Greene County Jail in Springfield, Missouri, and that's where his trial will be, and everything will be there in that
I mean,
area.
will someone be in contact with us? So we.
He's an adult. He'll have to make contact with you
Okay.
himself.
Okay.
He will have like phone access and things.
Now, that's just what I want to say too. Now, we all know, because Jimmy and I'm very honest about my son being autistic, and I know even though he's over age, if he was put in this situation, he would not understand. I don't think Nick understands. Do you mean even when she's explaining it to Mum, she's explaining it more than she explained to Nick, if that's what I can say. It's just, as a mother, I don't think she's advocating for him as good as she should be. That's more to the point. She is. She's, yeah.
Yeah, but she could be in shock, I guess.
Yeah, but even if I was, I guess you don't know until you're in that situation. I just know, like, when your child has a disability, you are their greatest advocator for them, and I just think she should have been advocating for Nick and making sure that Nick does understand what's going on, not just taking it because he, you know what I mean? It's, I don't know. It's just my opinion.
Is like that in our county. I don't know what they do here.
Right.
He'll be here for at least 30 to 90 days.
Okay.
So you might get with this county and make arrangements for visits and stuff like
Okay.
that. He did want you to know, he said that you would be a basket case, is his words,
Yeah.
and that he said that to make sure that we let you know that he loves you. And I told him that we would. And he's really in love with this gypsy. And he did tell me, I mean, I interviewed him for a long time, and he told me that that he did it because he loves her and he wants to be with her, and he thought this was the only way that they could do that. So
That's the thing that sucks, is that he's such a good kid. He's a good kid. He's not, you know, he's definitely not built for prison. I'm just in shock. There's no way we would have tied him to his bed.
yeah.
Even when that cab pulled up, I just got this feeling, where's he going?
What did you think about Gypsy?
You know, it was weird because when I picked him up from the bus station,
What day did you pick him up?
I want to say his ticket, he told me, was for Thursday morning, but like my husband said, he thought it was the next day, so maybe I could have got it wrong. But you know, I even asked her, how's your mom doing? How was your, like, because I was told she was in a homeless shelter. Her mom kicked her out. So I asked her how her mom was doing. This might have been the first thing I asked her.
Mm-hmm.
And they, no big deal. They acted like nothing. We just don't see eye to eye, you know. And then, how did the conversation go? It wasn't real long, but she kept saying, oh, ma'am, I'm a good, I'll clean and I'll get a job. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? I thought you'd maybe stay here for a week or something. I don't know. But so it wasn't normal. My husband said when I was at work, she came down and made food. It was just weird.
Did she ever say anything or do anything that made you question anything about her?
No, because they just kind of hung out next room and whatever, watch TV or whatever. Yeah, I can't even, you know, it's incomprehensible what's going on right now. I haven't even talked to any of my family members.
So when was he diagnosed with
He's had it since he was a kid.
Did he graduate high school?
He did.
Okay, from where?
Nathan Hale.
Okay.
West Dallas.
Okay. Did he go to any college?
No, he did take like computer courses, but as far as like a college enrollment, no.
Has he ever lived outside the home?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
He says he gets lonely quick. Is that true?
You know,
He says he.
I guess he's been talking to her for a couple of years that I know of.
Okay, talking to this gypsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but we always try to talk to him about dating someone around here, or you know.
Yeah.
Because one of my friends let me know something was on Facebook about.
You know, it's funny. I just read that what Aussie Jen just said. Knowing what we know now after watching True Crime, we would have made sure that he had a lawyer write up. It's something, and my kids always tell me I watch too much YouTube. Trust me, I know. But it's something that I've spoke about with all my children, especially my son, because he wouldn't understand what's going on, that they're not to say anything till a lawyer comes, because otherwise you get thrown to the wolves like Nick did. Because, yeah, he definitely needed a lawyer in there.
About her, saying she was trying to get pregnant.
Oh.
I'm like, are you kidding me? I had a long conversation with her about it. I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, that freaked me out right there. I mean, who is
Do you
this
think
girl?
that she was trying to get pregnant?
I don't know.
We should probably give her a pregnancy test, huh?
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'll let them know
if you
there.
Look at her Facebook account. It's on there.
Okay. What was the name on her Facebook?
There were like a couple of them, but their names are like together on one of them. You know what? I could probably pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, if you don't mind. That might help us
I can't
out.
believe that. I don't know. I'm just in shock. Let me go on mine. No internet connection. You know what? It's I would just go under like Gypsy, Nicholas Rose, or their names together. They're like there's like I know Nicholas is in there and I know Gypsy's in there and I think Rose might be in there. It's like they had
100%, Joe.
What was the Rose? Is that her?
I have no idea. I know, I know nothing about her. All I know is that
I think because she learned how to manipulate people from her mum. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, she had years of experience at it. That yes, I do believe that she done exactly the same. She abused Nick's disability to get what she wanted.
I said, the first time I moved down there, I said, Nick, you can't, if a parent doesn't want you around their kid, that's the way it is, that's her parent.
Yeah.
What do I teach you about respect? You have to respect people. And
How old do you think she is?
I was told she was 19.
Okay.
How old is she?
Well, we have information. She's 17, 19, and 23. So the problem is that I'll just tell you. I don't know if you've seen the news media. Did you see
I won't even
Springfield?
turn the TV on.
Okay. Well, this is the situation with Gypsy, is that her mom, it's my understanding her mom had her pretend like she was like 16 years old, and they would push her around in a wheelchair and pretend like she couldn't walk. And this went on for many of years. And she would wear a mask and hats and tell them that she was going to treatment, and they would raise thousands of dollars for her and her family. But actually, am I correct in saying she walks just fine?
Yeah.
She walks up and down the stairs.
The stairs to our house, they go straight up.
And she walks up and down those just fine.
Yeah, I mean, if she would have fell down, I would have helped her up or something. But
Right.
she was walking. When I picked them up from the bus station, she was walking.
Yeah. So for years, they pretended like she couldn't walk and pretend like she was ill, and
just to collect benefits.
I'm not really sure why, but they would do our community would do fundraisers for them.
Wow.
So that's something you're going to see in the media. Our sheriff just made a media announcement about that, because to let our families in our area were so concerned because these were supposedly really Christian people, and here they're missing. And then
I just want to put it out there too. It's just it's not a fun fact, but another fact is, in Gypsy's plea deal, there was also a deal made in there to make sure that she didn't get in trouble for anything that her mum had done, as in the conning and manipulating of other people. Because I know a few people have asked me, why didn't Gypsy get done for fraud or like against the charities that she'd done it against? But it was actually in her plea deal that she didn't get punished for that.
Oh, wow.
and come to find out mom's dead, and then come to find out now Nick's the one that stabbed her, and so what's his cousin's name?
Oh, Ricky.
Ricky. Would I be able to speak with Ricky? Does he live around the area, or?
He lives in, I'm
Okay,
telling you right now, there's no way that, absolutely not with Ricky. He's like,
Do you think Ricky even knows anything about this at all?
no, absolutely not. Ricky's an angel.
Okay.
He has a heart problem. He just goes to work and comes home. He's a great kid.
How old is he?
Him and Quinn, I'm talking about my younger son. Him and Nick are pretty close to the same age, but no, Ricky's an angel.
Okay.
Absolute angel.
Is there a phone number where I can call him?
Let me see if, it's probably going to be in shock too. He's gotta be on here.
I don't want to give him a heart attack if he has heart conditions, but
414.
uh-huh.
They're so bad. 336.
Okay.
It's right there.
8157. Okay. I may give him a call tonight and talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to console them because they are really close because they're both, you know,
Is that your side of the family or his dad's side?
his
of the family?
dad's side.
Where does his dad live?
His dad lives in West Allis, which
Can you
is
spell
right
that for
outside
me?
of Milwaukee. West. And then Alice is Allis.
And what's his dad's name?
Bob.
And where did the Curry come in?
That is my maiden name.
Okay.
And his dad's last name is Godejohn, so
Did he change it or?
you know, I don't know. When he was born I gave him my name.
Okay.
So I don't know what he did. I don't know.
Do you know if Godejohn's his legal name?
It very well might be. But all I know is that I don't think he changed it legally. On his birth certificate it's my name.
Okay. Birth certificate's Curry?
Yeah.
Okay.
How is he doing? I mean, is he like, I don't know, I mean,
He
I can
knows.
see him trying to hurt himself or something. Not just because he can't take pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Has he ever tried to hurt himself before?
No, but he gets really upset even when you have a normal conversation with him and there's like, you're trying to tell him something or scold him about something. He just can't take pressure.
And what does he do when
It just gets really huffy and puffy and like a kid would.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
He is, he knows what he's done is wrong.
Yeah.
He knows that, he says that he would have never hurt anyone if it wasn't for Gypsy and his
Absolutely.
love for Gypsy. He says she wanted him to do it.
Just want to say a big thank you to 911 operator who just gifted another membership. And if you got a membership from him, make sure that you say thank you. Thank you so much.
But he's doing fine. He cried a lot today when I spoke with him briefly. I had to tell him about the warrants and stuff, and he cried a lot. Not necessarily about the charges. He's like, okay. He appears okay with that part of it, but the part that he's never going to see Gypsy again or you or what.
So she amazingly got in his head pretty well. Like,
So those things he's struggling with, you know.
Sorry, I just wanted to read that one that Kaz put up. I said before, I think Dee suffered the same from her mother. The chat's moving on me. And put Gypsy through the same thing, in my opinion. Gypsy went along with it and manipulated that boy. Yep, 100%. But we've also got to remember too, Gypsy still knew right from wrong, and at any time,
Yes.
Gypsy could have just stood up and said, I've had enough, this is it. But she chose to go along with her mum's stories and continue it. Do you know what I mean? It could have been stopped a lot sooner if she just spoke to someone.
I tried to explain to him everything I could. He took great comfort in knowing that I'll be where he's going in Missouri, because he says that way he could reach out and talk to someone, and I will.
absolutely.
I am a detective, I am law enforcement, but I also am a mom, and I have a
Yeah.
heart.
I
And
appreciate
he's
that.
going to be there, and if he wishes to speak with me, he just fills out a little form. I explained all that to him, what he needs to do to talk to me.
Okay,
And so I anticipate he'll probably do that once he gets there.
okay.
I don't know, you know, it's just a horrible situation.
We
They came up with a story of how this happened, or they came up with a story, but their story didn't take too long to figure out was wrong, because we
Yeah.
had plenty of evidence to counter everything that they tried to say at first, but it didn't, not too much longer. He just told what happened.
So how do you, does she have like a record or anything?
No, she's never been in trouble ever. And it's my understanding he's only been in trouble about the McDonald's incident.
Yeah.
That's all I could find.
Right.
Is that the only time?
That's the only time.
Do you have a way for me to get a hold of Bob?
I can give you his parents' number.
Okay.
It's area code 414
Okay.
258
Okay.
2948.
Thank
And
you
now
so
your last
much,
name,
Kaz.
what is that?
Goldhammer.
Is it like gold?
It's like gold, yep, with hammer without the H, sorry.
Oh, so like gold.
Amber.
Amber.
Yeah,
And what's your date of birth, Stephanie?
5/28/69.
Right. And your soc?
Uh,
Okay. I just need that's my report. And when's the last time you seen Bob?
His dad.
Yeah.
Gosh, maybe a month and a half. He would go visit him.
Okay. How does he get there? Does he drive or?
We'll usually he'll get a ride, like Grandpa will come pick him up,
Okay.
or we'll drive him and we'll pick him up.
Okay. You think he would have told Bob about anything that he did?
Absolutely not.
Have you talked to Bob and told Bob
No,
what's
I
going
haven't
on?
had my phone.
Oh, yeah.
It's really hard because all the numbers are in your phone.
Yeah, I do know that. My whole life's wrapped up in my phone. So I do understand that. What is, I was at your house today, but what is the address again?
It's West 228, South 8755.
Do you spell out the west and the south?
Nope, you can just put the S there and the W there.
Okay.
And then it's Cherry Street.
These addresses are way different than where I'm from. Big Bend?
Yep,
And what's the zip?
53103.
Okay. Is there anything that you can think of that we didn't talk about that maybe we should have, or anything that you can think of that would either help Nicholas or Gypsy or
I just want everyone to know that as much as we tried to like make him not stop talking to her, but see that there are other people out there, there was no way we could do it.
Okay.
He would just get upset.
Has he been like this with other girls?
No.
No? Has he had a lot of girlfriends?
Maybe one or two. I mean, he has girls that are friends, but
Right.
he had one girlfriend when he was in high school.
Okay.
But no, I mean, like I said, they've been talking for, I'm going to say at least a couple of years.
Okay. And how many times has he went to Springfield to see her?
Just twice.
Okay. And they were both this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Everything?
It's a form of it. It's a form.
Okay. The disease, the illness, and then
Just suck it. Love it, yeah.
okay. And who's his doctor?
He hasn't been to the doctor in a while. So
Right.
the doctor that diagnosed him, it's in the papers. I'd probably
Okay.
have to pull the papers out somewhere.
Okay. When's the last time you went to a doctor?
That was probably around 19, maybe. It was probably 19.
Okay. And he functions just fine without his medicine?
Yeah, the
Okay.
thing is with his medicine, when he was living with his dad, he was taking his medicine. And he just didn't want to take it anymore. He moved back in with me and he didn't want to take it anymore. But he seemed to be okay.
Okay.
He wasn't, I mean,
Right.
I'm used to it. I raised him. To me, he didn't need it. But
Okay. All right. And he was able to get through school just fine?
yeah, I mean, he obviously was in LD classes, but
Okay. LD classes in high school?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, he's a good kid. I've never had any problems with him.
Has he ever become angry with you and assaulted you or anything?
Absolutely not. No way. He would never. No way. No way. Gets a little frustrated, but when he gets frustrated, he'll just cry.
Okay.
No way. He's never been violent. That's what's so shocking. I just, the way the girl acted. I mean, how can you do something to your mother and lose your mother and just act like that? I was like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it.
Did you notice anything odd about her voice?
Just her southern draw.
Okay.
Like, yes, ma'am, and
Okay.
but no.
Was she high pitchy or squealy or anything?
Kind of, like,
Okay.
yeah, but when she started telling me that she planned to live at my house and get a job, I was like, what? What is she talking about? You know what I mean? Okay, that's not gonna happen, but I
Okay.
don't know. Sometimes you try and do things for your kids because you
Sure.
just want them to be happy.
Sure.
And as much as we tried to get him to just,
So why were you guys friends with her on Facebook?
I wasn't.
Oh,
She
okay.
just, he asked me to, you know, she wants to ask questions about, you know, whatever. Fine. You know, I don't have any conversations with her on Facebook. Give me a break.
Okay.
You know, absolutely not.
Okay. But she was talking about wanting to get pregnant. And
Yeah, one of my friends called me. She's like, Steph, you need to go on Facebook. Or I was like,
Yeah,
I've known my
check this out.
friend since I was like 15 years old. So whatever she says, I do. You know, we go way back. So that's when I was like, okay, she's not okay. Something's not right there, you know. But trying to tell him that, it's like he gets all defiant and, you know,
Right.
defensive, I should say.
Did they ever tell you they were getting married or anything like that?
God, no.
Okay.
I mean, we probably would have had time to his better. So.
Okay.
That's the thing, he's a normal looking kid. I mean, he has, but, you know, he's just was selling himself short. Even like the servers at my work, they'd be like, he's a cute kid, you know. Well, fortunately, he has this beast that's been talking to him for a couple of years. And like I said, he sets his mind to something. It's just like he can't focus on other things. I mean, if you learn about that's a little bit about it.
Okay.
Like if you focus on something, you can be really good at it.
Okay.
But yeah, he wasn't having dating anyone else. I'm like, let's go to church. You might find a nice church girl, you know.
Okay. Well, you can have your phone back, and let me get your phone number in case I need to call
Yeah,
you.
it's 262.
Okay.
366.
Okay.
4898. And if you do see him before you go back, or I don't know if he's going back with you, probably not, but just tell him that his mom and his stepdad love him.
Okay.
And that, you know, we will come and see him.
Okay.
I'm just trying to wait for everything. People at my house, cameras and everything. I just want to give it a little
understand.
bit. And, you know.
I completely understand, and you know him better than anybody probably in the world. So you know what he's thinking, you know how he's feeling, and you know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
And all I can do
weird
for
that I
you.
almost feel like he's safer.
Yeah.
It's really, really.
It's funny that she says that, but yet not once after this interview did she actually ever go and see Nick. So after this interview, that was it. She didn't see him.
Really bad to say, but I almost feel like he's safer now than having contact with her on a regular basis, knowing what I know now.
Yeah. Did you, how long had it been that you were trying to discourage the relationship?
I'd say months. You know,
Okay.
like, Nick, you're a good-looking kid. I mean, you're a nice kid.
Would he always talk about her?
Just that he was always online with her, or she'd send him. I mean, she sent him like a ring in the mail or something. And always, I love you, and this and that, and like you don't even know our relationship on the internet is not a relationship.
What kind of ring did she send him?
I don't know. So she probably got it out of a bubblegum machine. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm sure he could tell you.
Okay.
You know, it's really sad because he is a good kid and he's a good-looking kid, and for him to ruin his life over that, I'm sorry, but she's a beast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm
that's
trying to
what we know
explain to
so
my,
far.
My younger son, who loves his big brother, you know,
Yeah.
he's the only brother he has, and trying to explain to him, you're probably not going to see Nick, and he doesn't, you know.
Understand.
Right.
Well, I'd like to give you my card.
Okay.
And if you think of anything that you want to talk to me about or whatever, you can call me. I'll try my hardest to remember to call you when I know that he's been extradited.
Okay.
Because they won't typically tell the family or us. They just do it because of safety reasons.
Right.
So once I know that he's in our jail, I'll try to give you a call and let you
Okay.
know.
I appreciate everything. I mean, like I said.
It's a hard situation. I can't even imagine to be sitting in your shoes at all. And I know you've been displaced out of your home, and we've had your cell phones, and we've done all of this stuff. But the purpose is because he did something very, very horrible.
Is he going to be allowed to have contact with her?
He wants it bad. And sometimes, I don't know how this works, and I've never understood this in all my years in law enforcement. sometimes inmates are allowed to write each other back and forth. So he may at some point be able to communicate with her. Now, in our facility, he will not be able to communicate
You
with
want to
her.
read this one from Jan?
Was he on a spectrum at all? The spectrum is very wide. I mean, what normal is? Yes, he was diagnosed with like Asperger's and autism. She said, like, from a young age. So I'm thinking from probably around birth. I know we picked up my son's. I think he was about 2 years old when they confirmed it. But yeah, he definitely was on the spectrum. And if you watch the first one where we went through his interview, you can really tell because there's a lot of autistic traits, like when you watch him as well. I would love to talk to someone about the spectrum, as it would help to understand better. So yeah, when I give it, I'm only like so before I came to YouTube, I was a disability support worker, so I do know quite a bit. But also, I think my greatest one that I learnt off was my son, because he's high functioning autism. I think they cut a bit out. Yeah, could have.
By mail or any other way. They'll have.
And he wants to.
He does. He just loves her.
He's a prison shrink or something.
He loves her. He's adamant that he's in love with her and that he worships her. That's what he kept telling me. I worship her. So
I just wanted to answer something.
I don't know. I think I'm still in shock about. I don't even.
Remember that it could be HIPAA laws, yes, but remember Nick's also currently going through an appeal. So it could also be that they've taken that out for legal reasons to do with the appeal. Because that's still ongoing at the moment. So that could be why it's taken out. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, thanks, Ozzy.
I apologise for the siren. There's a siren outside. I live on the same street as an ambulance station, so I'm just letting it pass. Okay, you'll be right now.
I mean, I haven't talked to anybody, and it's like, I know once I get my friends around me, I'm probably gonna lose my mind, but it's like,
yeah,
I'm just trying to keep it together for my kid. I don't want him to see me lose it, you know?
right. I understand that.
And it's
completely.
weird because I almost feel like Nick's safer right now than having her orchestrating him doing anything, you know? It was like everything she said, he would, no, you know, okay, baby, or whatever, and I just...
Do you know how they met?
No, we just had to be on the internet, that's all I know.
Yeah, that's what they told us, was at like a dating site. So it was like Christian free dating or something like that.
Wow.
But some of the items we collected from his room was, of course, the clothing that he wore whenever he killed the knife.
Oh my God,
They
if I
had-
would have even thought anything, I would have freaking grabbed him and taken him right down here and said,
Take care
bye.
of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there was a little around $4,000 to $5,000 of cash that they had stolen from the lady, her mom. We took some of this computer stuff, some of their love notes, clothing, cell phone.
Hi, Matt. How are you? I haven't seen you in ages.
So
I mean, I knew that he was like madly in love with her. Why, I have no idea. But there's no way I could comprehend him doing this. Like I said, he's always been a good kid. I just never give him any trouble.
Well,
Good-natured kid, you know?
he definitely did it. He definitely told us exactly how he did it, and
Well, yeah.
it matches.
He'll be honest. He's honest.
Yeah.
He's honest.
And it matches everything he said. Matches our scene and everything, and it's consistent. And
Is she like, I mean, is she taking any sort of, you know, is she like, well, okay, it was me too, or is she trying to put it all on?
She takes some responsibility, but not much. Not much at all.
Like I heard someone say, they said something on news like he raped her. I'm like, give me a break. You know, a couple months before that, my friend's calling me saying she wants to have
The
a baby
mother.
with her.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That statement right there.
Hey, Ozzy.
She made
Yeah, hang on.
on a Facebook post. Did you see the Facebook post?
Do you believe
put it on
that?
screen. What's that?
That Nick,
heard
R.A.
That's why
Yeah.
they were asking in the interview. So when it went on I don't think, like, I don't believe it, but when it went on the Facebook page, like when she posted the comment on the Facebook page, underneath it to draw more attention, she put in there that she had been argued, like that he'd argued her. So that's why they were asking so many questions on the intercourse part in the interview, if that makes sense, because they're just trying to make it all fit the narrative, I should say.
Exactly. Thanks.
But no, I don't. I mean, Gypsy's whole world revolves around
Gypsy.
Gypsy and her love life. Matt, I am so glad you're here. I haven't seen you in ages, not even in chats. Thank you for coming.
Post where it says, okay, that's right. Well, on Dee and Gypsy's Facebook post that they share, there's some horrible messages that were posted on there that said, like, I believe like they slashed her, or like I slashed her, I killed her, and then I raped the girl, and the girl's dead too. Well, those all were actually posted by Gypsy. I'm done.
Thank you for everything.
Well,
like I said,
that's not great for you. If I see him, I'll be glad to tell him that.
yeah,
And
just tell them that we love them, and
you have my card. And
Yeah.
if you
Sorry to be.
No, you're right.
interrupt. But I think for a split second, like when the cop's about to put the book down, to me it looked like something's been taken out. Like it's only a split second, like maybe 2 seconds, but it looks like they've taken something out. Like, yeah,
I'll just go back and we'll watch it again.
you see when she's just about.
Scott?
Yeah, just like just before, like just as she's saying we're finished and she's closing the book.
Mm-hmm. I'll watch it again.
there's some horrible messages that were posted on there that said, like, I believe like they slashed her, or like I slashed her, I killed her, and then I raped the girl, and the girl's dead too. Well, those all were actually posted by Gypsy. I'm done.
thank you for everything.
Well,
like I said,
Just
Looked like
after
she just
she
folded it
says,
over.
"Did you see it, Ozzy?"
Yeah, it looked like she covered up whatever she's got on the table.
But it's just like a fraction of a second of like no background noise, no anything. Like whatever was said before that was muted. It's just before she says, "I'm done."
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I'll check it out later and see if I can get the exact timestamp. You see what I mean? Definitely something.
Well, we're at 29 minutes now. So it would be towards the end. And there's, like, in the actual screen, it says 17:34.
Interesting. Wonder what it was.
great for you. If I see him, I'll be glad to tell him that.
Yeah,
And
just tell him that we love him and,
you have my card, and
Yeah.
if you have any questions or say something gets confusing here and you're like, I don't know why this is happening or that's happening, maybe you can give me a call and I can call up here and get you some answers.
okay.
And
I just want you to know that, whatever he's done, he is a good kid.
I get that feeling when I talk to
He
him.
is a really good kid, and anything you ask him, he will be honest with you.
Okay.
All
right.
Thank you for everything.
Matt, good luck.
We'll be in touch.
Okay.
Now, Macjay just wants that book. Can you just pass it over? Okay. So I'll stop sharing that one. So the other one we have, again, we're using the same links. So this is Nick's stepfather who lived with them. I do believe he did go in and see Nick a couple of times. So Mum didn't go and see Nick after that, but I think Dad did.
Our investigation involving the other two. Okay, I try to keep this as PG rated as I can.
The other day, Matt, we were talking about it. So she got asked by her parole officer to shut down all her social medias. I think she's still on Facebook, but I know that her TikTok and her Instagram were shut down. I'm sure the Facebook's probably next. But yeah, it was asked by her parole officer.
Basically, what we're trying to establish at this point is, by the way, here's your thumbs back. What we're trying to establish here is if there was any communication that you might have had with either one of them last week during that time that all this stuff was going on.
The only communication I had was just to call him to see if he was all right, what's going on. Because I told him to keep in touch and he wouldn't keep in touch.
Okay.
She was getting
Sure.
the opposite way. So I was at work, and she's panicking, so I'd call him and eventually either he'd answer me or my text or something.
Sure.
And I even asked him a couple times, I'm like, you guys are not getting in trouble, right? Which I wasn't thinking that kind of trouble. I was thinking is
One thing I found weird is that they brought the son in on this, so that's who's sitting beside him. But if Mum and Stepdad's at the police station getting interviews, why would they bring the son in? Because this is not something that he would need to hear. Because he's only young. Why would it? Do you know what I mean? Why not leave him with Mum while he gets interviewed? If that makes sense. I don't know.
so like open or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
I wasn't expecting anything like this.
Yeah. I don't think anybody was really. So, what day was that you talked to him? Do you remember? Was it on that cell phone or was it
It was on my phone.
on that phone?
I talked to him every day he was there.
Okay. And you guys knew he was going to Springfield, right?
Right.
Okay. Did he say why he was going down there? Did he give you a purchase?
Just to get her and bring her up here.
Okay. So he's going down
He
there.
told me that she was kicked out and all that stuff. Well, with all this going on, I don't think she was kicked out. I don't think she was in a homeless shelter or nothing.
Is that what she said?
That's what she said.
And she told
She told my wife.
that she was in a homeless shelter.
Yeah,
Okay. She figured what day that was. She told her that.
That was Saturday morning when she picked them up from the bus station.
Okay. Well, that was a lie.
Right.
To be honest with you.
That's
Once they find out.
That's what
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah, that was a bold-faced lie. She wasn't kicked into a homeless shelter. So, her and her mom made it. Yeah. Do you think he's on any kind of controlled substances or anything
No, he isn't.
when he did it?
No,
Okay. Does he have a history of any kind of drug abuse?
he doesn't do any drugs or drink. He's a clean cut kid
Okay.
up until this point.
Was he working up here whenever he was
No.
here?
He's collecting SSI. Because
Okay.
he couldn't work. He worked at Little Caesars for a little while. He was a shaker boarder. Well, he was taking a break every hour on the hour. Well, he got a new manager, and she kind of was like, "No, you're not doing that. You're acting outside and all that." Well, he couldn't handle it. He quit. He came home.
Gotcha.
Like 15 minutes after I dropped him off. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" I
Yeah.
quit my job. I'm like, why? Because she cut my brakes off. And I'm like, well, dude, you're only there for 4 hours.
Oh, he's there for 4 hours. Wow. And you got a break every.
You're only supposed to get one break.
Wow.
And he was taking
Yeah, for 4 hours.
he can't handle authority.
Yeah.
I mean, I even have a hard time cleaning up his room,
Yeah.
as you guys see.
Yeah. It was pretty messy.
Some people in it. You know?
Yeah. It was
Well,
pretty
it
messy.
was a good thing I got it before you guys got up there. Because it was
Okay.
even worse. Because the
Yeah.
day you left, I went up there and it was like 6 bags of garbage and 4 bags of empty bottles.
Really?
Yeah.
What is he just not pick up his stuff? Is that the deal? I mean, he's just lazy. Okay. What's he on disability for?
He's got ADHD, autistic. He's got Osborne.
Okay. All right.
He's got one. When he was born, what happened was her umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck twice.
Oh, okay.
So it took a lot
Some
of
oxygen and stuff like that.
So he's got a mind of a 12-year-old. And I've never had a mind over a 12.
Is he kind of a loner?
Well, pretty much.
Okay. So he didn't have any close friends or anything. He
He's just his cousin,
okay. Who's his cousin?
Ricky.
Ricky. What do you want his last name is?
No idea.
Did you notice then that he said that he has the mind of a 12-year-old, yet Mum said he had the mind of a 16-year-old?
Yes, I did catch that. I think I mentioned it the other day.
Yeah, because a 12-year-old and a 16-year-old, I know it's only 4 years, but there's so much difference.
Oh yeah, huge. I wonder if he had different or the mother took him to a different doctor than the dad did or something. Like, you know how you get specialists sometimes that say 2 different things about the same thing? Yeah, I don't know.
My wife went, I don't know if it's Godejohn too.
How did he get down? How did he get from here to Springfield?
Bus.
With the Greyhound? Okay. And then did you guys give him any money or anything so he could put up a hotel? Did he have money for his?
She sent him money.
And another thing, okay, sorry, I'm just going off train of thinking here too. If he's got the mind of either a 12 or a 16-year-old, how did the parents trust him so much to get on a bus and go to Springfield? Because I know with my son, he's 24, and there's no way I would let him go on a bus by himself to another town like that.
She is in Gypsy?
Yeah.
So, okay. How much money did she send him? No idea.
No.
How do you know that she sent him money? Did he tell you that? Or was it just something you see? Do you know how much she sent him?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I know it was like, I'd say a few $100.
Okay. And what makes you think that?
Because he had money for the taxi, and the taxi driver's like, well, first, taxi was supposed to be $75, and then it changed to like $80-some. But we told the taxi driver to turn around. We'd pay him for,
Right.
whatever, and then we'd give him a ride down there. And I just seen some of the money that he was counting out, and I know he had a couple hundred on him easily.
Okay.
But last time when I took him down there, she sent up, I think, $400 or $500, and that's out of her SSI, supposedly.
Did she send him cash or check or money
Cash.
order? Cash? Did she send through the mail?
Yeah.
Surprised I got through. And safe to say he probably either got there late that night or
He got
the
there
next
late
day.
that night,
Late
yes.
that night, okay. Did he call you? You know, he was there or something?
Yes.
Okay, all right. From when he left to the time he got back, and from what I'm understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, she picked him up at the bus stop at
2 something in the morning.
2 something in the morning.
I do miss Nick too.
Do you? All right. Well, you'll get to see him again, I'm sure. Okay. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Is this a brother of his? Okay. Happens.
And no,
I
I've got
don't know how you call it because it's the same mother.
a 7-year-old granddaughter out there that thinks she's 16. Tries to act 16.
Probably full blood brothers.
Yeah.
Just different.
No, they're just different brothers. From the night when he left to the time he came back, had you talked to him anywhere in between that?
Oh yeah, I check
Just
on him every day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to make sure he's all right. Like I said.
Did he ever indicate anything was wrong? He was upset?
No,
Did he talk about Gypsy or anything?
no, not really. I mean, I'd asked him what's going on. Have you got in contact with her? Because he said she didn't have a phone. The way he could get in contact with her was on the internet. And I told him straight out when he gets down there, try to get a hold of her right away and come back the next day on the bus. That's what I wanted.
Sure.
Well, it didn't work that way. Also, he tells me when he's down there, oh, my bus ticket's good, not until Friday. Well, or Thursday. His was Thursday, yeah, because she didn't have a bus ticket, so it would have been Friday for her.
Okay.
So I was just like, something's getting wrong here, and then they'll all of a sudden find out Thursday that he couldn't come back home because she didn't have a ticket, so they have to come home Friday. I'm like, well, isn't she the one that booked you the ticket?
Right.
So wouldn't you think if she booked you the ticket, she'd
So
book
get
her own
ticket. Yeah. Okay. And she didn't apparently. Okay. Did you talk to Gypsy any time?
No, I talked to her when she actually
Came back here.
came back here.
Okay. Now, when I came back here, what was your impression? I mean, did you feel like there was anything wrong? Did you feel like everything was good?
Everything seemed normal.
Okay.
So,
Um,
the only thing that was kind of odd was when she came down and tried making macaroni and cheese right before I was getting ready to go to work. She was making it weird, and I was trying to show her the right way of making it. She was actually taking the milk, the cheese packet, and the butter and mixing it all together, cold.
okay.
Not waiting
What
for
was she
it.
taking and
She goes, well,
mixing
this is how
all
my mom
together?
does it. I'm like,
Did you hear
I'll
that,
show you
Ozzy?
the right way to do it,
Hey,
What was she taking and mixing all together, the father said, or it sounded like that to me?
I think they're just talking about whether she had medications, like what medication she was taking. I do know most of the medication she was taking was just over-the-counter stuff, because when she, like, if you're taking serious medication and you stop, you're going to go through withdrawals, and she didn't have any withdrawals from any of her medications. So, and I do know that 90% of what was in there, like, I know Dee Dee had some because she had a stolen prescription pad, but most of what Gypsy was taking was just over-the-counter medication. But we'll listen again. I've gone back a little bit.
The only thing that was kind of odd was when she came down and tried making macaroni and cheese right before I was getting ready to go to work. She was making it
I know.
weird, and I was trying to show her the right way of making it. She was actually taking the milk, the cheese packet, and the butter and mixing it all together, cold.
Okay.
Not waiting for it. She goes, well, this is how my mom does it. I'm like, I'll show you the right way to do it, next time. I'm like, next time, what you do is you take your noodles, you pour them,
Yeah.
get the water off them, put them back in the pan, and put it on your top of that.
So it's mac and cheese, the way she makes it. But everyone makes theirs different, so I don't know.
That's true.
Huh. Okay.
And then Nick ended up, as we were talking, because she brought up her mom, and I just thought he got kind of offensive because I was talking to her, so he went up in his room. And then when I was getting ready to leave, and supper was done, he came back down.
My heart just goes to the little boy there, because, do you know what I mean? It must be so hard for him to sit and listen knowing they're talking about his brother.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially like how they're talking about.
Yeah, it's not appropriate for a child to be sitting.
It's definitely not appropriate.
It just seemed like he was kind of upset with me or upset about something.
And he knew you were talking about her, Gypsy's mom.
Right.
Was that conversation between you and Gypsy and about her mom? Was it kind of a lengthy conversation?
No, just a short one, just about her cooking.
It's about her cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That her mom never let her cook or anything.
All right. Well, obviously, you don't want to. That kind of made him want her. Did you see anything Gypsy or about her or sorry, I'm very little bit of sleep, so I apologize. My mind's
I don't feel bad. I feel the same.
Yeah. Or Nicholas that would stand out that you can remember. Okay. Nothing different about him.
The only thing that freaked me out is she was wearing a wig.
Okay.
You know?
And was that whenever she picked her up and came to the house, she was wearing a wig?
Yeah, she was wearing a wig. And then,
You know what color that was?
it was
Black.
it's like a black reddish. It had a tint to it.
Okay. Did she say, and how did you know it was a wig? Did you ever meet your Gypsy before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. How did you realize it was a wig? I know it's a simple
Well,
question, but
She was at her house.
when she was in Nick's room, and first time I seen her, she had the long hair because they went to the gas station or well, then I had to talk to Nick for something.
Thank
so
you,
I went
Matt.
in his room, and all of a sudden, you notice this person with short hair like that, and not long. I was like, and he's going to me, Dad, Nick's got some dude in there also. There's like a boy in there. I'm like, Quinn, no, there's not. Yeah, there is. I'll show you.
yeah.
Quinn, let's go downstairs and I'll explain it to you.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Because I thought, she had a problem with growing her hair. Maybe told my wife, I go, maybe she has, she had cancer or something or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't
Sure.
know. So I was trying to explain to him,
Right.
she wears a wig. And it's a girl up there. She just
Sure.
wears.
A wig, right. Okay.
No, we both didn't move all along. It
Yeah.
was kind of freaky. It was like, what the?
Yeah.
You do a
Also-
double take. Yeah.
Boom, yeah. And she never said why she was wearing it, or Nick never
I mean,
said
I never
why.
asked.
Okay.
I'm not that way. I don't ask about for people's, illnesses or problems
Right.
or whatever.
Sure.
And that's just like when people are asking, was she in a wheelchair or crutches or what? It's like, she's a perfectly fine girl from what I've seen.
Who's asking you those questions?
Other officers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um,
Well, there's a reason for that. She's supposedly wheelchair bound.
that's what I heard. And I was like, well, was she in a wheelchair bound the one I seen?
Well, that's
And I was like, from what you guys seen when you picked her up.
And that's what I was getting ready to say, because you hit it right on the nail on the head. I mean, you're obviously going, didn't look wheelchair bound to me. That's pretty cut and clear. That she's able to walk on her own. And you got those stairs in your house that go up,
Right.
and she's been up and down them.
Constant.
No issues.
No issue.
Nobody's had to help her.
No.
Okay.
And when I actually seen the picture of her mom and her, and then they showed the outside of the house, there's a wheelchair ramp, and I was like, I even go to my one of those bigger models, maybe for her, and all of a sudden my hand's like, no, it's supposed to be for Gypsy, I guess. And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with her.
Yeah. That's kind of what. Yeah.
So I don't know what she was putting in my stepson's head,
Yeah.
Well,
Did they have any arguments or anything when they were there? Okay. Anything else for?
all I know is they were freaking going at it like rabbits.
Yeah.
I had to yell at him. Well, I didn't yell at him. I just asked him politely, I'm like, can you please wait until I go to work or
Right.
whatever? I'm up here because I'm sleeping in his bed.
Because I agree 100%. That's what I was saying. Even, okay, we're 20 minutes out of the main part of Melbourne. I would not even trust my son to get on a train and just go to Melbourne, let alone let him on a bus to go to another town altogether. It's, I mean, it's not something you do, I suppose, when you're the parent of someone that's on the spectrum. You just see it a whole different way.
Upstairs in the room,
Yeah.
upstairs. Okay. Sounds like a weird question, but there's a reason why I'm asking. Is she loud? Is she not loud?
Squeaky.
Okay. Whenever they're
Yeah, she's got a very squeaky voice.
okay.
And yeah, she's kind of loud, and it's like, that's why I had to say something.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Anything else, Charlie, that you can think of that would be helpful that you can think of? Okay. Before he left, was there anything that stood out to you that would have been different about him, or is he acting different or anything?
The only thing that was different is he didn't let either one of us know that he was taking a taxi. Okay, this taxi just popped out of the clear blue, and then he left a note on his bed.
And what did it say?
Just said that he was going to Missouri to pick up Gypsy.
Okay. That's fair enough. His computer stuff. Did you ever see her on a laptop or a computer up there whenever she was with you guys after they got back? Okay.
I pretty much stayed. I don't go in his room.
Okay.
I try to avoid his room.
Yeah.
As you can see why. It always upset me, and it's just,
Sure.
I don't like getting upset, and I hate repeating myself, and there's nothing I can do about it because it's your kid.
Sure. I understand that. I'm in one of those situations, there's somebody that has does not have a stepson. You have your boundaries,
It's hard.
It's hard sometimes because you see stuff that mama doesn't see, and sometimes you step in too far, sometimes you don't step in enough, and then you're like, well, what do I do? So
That's like part of this. It feels like my fault, if I would have went with them, or if I would have known anything,
yeah,
to stop it. But
well, that's probably the reason why he didn't want you to go. Obviously, I'm from a different state, different county than what state you guys live in. Let me ask you something. When the officers made contact with you guys, I'm not sure how all that went down. Did that, and I can't speak for them, but what I want to get at here is this. Did you guys deny consent to search?
no, we didn't.
Okay, all right. I'm not, and don't quote me on this. I'm not saying that somebody told me this, because like I said, it's been a long week and I've had a lot of stuff.
Well, we told him straight out, we could actually gone in and got him. He would have came right down, instead of all the force that they used.
Okay.
But no, we told them they can do whatever they want,
So if they came up to the door, knocked on the door and said, hey, is he here? You wouldn't let them come in and get it? Okay.
It would have been a hell lot easier than what they went through. Trust me.
Yeah. And with the search of the house, did you guys ever deny? Did you tell the officer, no, we're not going to search? Okay. Sometimes we do search warrants just because that's what we have to do. It's just part of, especially if it involves anything major, which obviously this is a major case.
No, we both gave our consent about phones, cars, everything.
Okay. I just want to clarify that because I can't remember if I've heard that or where that came from. So that's part of the loose ends I'm trying to tie up on everything. So, okay. And that's your right. I mean, if you did, even if you said no, get a search warrant. That's your right. But I just kind of wondered why, if that was the case, why was you guys doing that? But obviously, you're telling me you didn't do that. So
We have no hide.
yeah, and that's obvious by even the search warrant.
The only thing that I had, it was my blades. Now I know why.
Yeah,
Because I could collect all different kind of knives and stuff.
yeah. I've seen a couple of them in the garage and stuff.
And I got a Rambo, or actually it's Cobra,
Mhm.
or the movie Cobra.
Yeah.
The one with the spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that one in the garage there. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
And then I got my disc one.
Did you remember getting in the mail? Your mail obviously runs there on the street because your mail lady showed up when you were there.
Right.
So you get your mail there. Do you remember seeing an envelope or anything that came in the mail addressed to Nick or Gypsy or anything like that?
There was one that just came in Saturday. Because I took.
It would be safe to say
Correct.
past Saturday. Okay. All right. And you got that in the mail then, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I have no idea what was in it.
That was my next question.
I don't go through mail.
Okay.
Maybe I should.
Did you get the package and then put it on the table, or did she get the package, or how did?
I went out to the mail, grabbed it, and I seen it was for Nick and Mom. Well, I just put it on the table. Well, then they came downstairs to do some, put potatoes away or whatever. And I was like, Nick, there's a thing on the table for you. And Gypsy's like, oh, I'll take it.
Okay. And she grabbed it and
So it's just, in my opinion, and I know I have said this, I've repeated this before, this is only my opinion, it's not a fact, but I believe Gypsy sent the knife to make sure that when they got caught, because she knew they were going to get caught, that Nick would have it in his possession, because they could have got rid of it in Springfield, they could have got rid of it halfway. Even when they got it, do you know what I mean? They just put it in the cupboard in his bedroom. Like, you would get rid of it being the weapon. And I still believe that she sent the messages from his IP to help direct the police to where she was. Because I don't think that she thought she was going to go. I think she thought Nick would have just been blamed for the whole lot.
I agree.
Hello, Mark. How are you? Welcome in. Another one I haven't seen in our chat for ages. Welcome back.
go back upstairs with it. Okay. All right. It plays a significant part in a lot of things that went on. Can't tell you what was in it because
That's fine. I don't want to know what's in it.
and you definitely don't know what was in that package. Did you see a return address or anything on there?
No, I didn't even look. I was like, something was the name, and that was it.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't really scope out packages or anything. You know, it's like it's yours. It's
Yeah, you take it. I don't want to mess with it. Sure, that's no shame. All right. Anything else you can think of to help us on this?
I wish I had more information for you.
Sure.
I really do.
Okay.
You know,
Well, you have my card, so if there's anything that you can think of, feel free to call me. That direct line will get to my desk in Springfield, and I'll call you back. Leave me with your number just in case I don't have it. In case the mountain's paperwork. Then I'll call you back when I can. But if you think of anything, or sometimes a lot of stuff jogs your memory, and a day later or 3 o'clock in the morning, you're going, "Oh, hey, I do remember this." Call me the next day or whatever. So,
but luckily enough, you brought up that info because
yeah, there was some significance to that. So,
like I said,
I don't know, Nick. You know him better than me. What kind of person, if somebody never met him, what kind of person is Dick?
he's pretty quiet to himself. You know, I mean, we always tell him he's got to get out and go. You know,
Sure.
A lot of people, but he's like, "Oh, I'm afraid of getting backstabbed because everybody backstabs you." And all that stuff.
Yeah.
How do you figure? I mean, that's why I go to work because I meet people and stuff. You know?
Sure.
And that's the only way.
Well, seriously, I can't think of anything else I've got that I need to ask you or talk to you about.
Like I said, I wish I had.
No, that's all right. I
And
mean,
I'm in the clouds and kind of rather be in the clouds in a way. And
sure.
I just feel bad for her.
Yeah, I'm sure
She's jumping down my throat for every little thing. I accidentally screwed up and talked to Channel 12 yesterday, but I didn't really give them any information.
I just put a new link in my community post for members, so you remember now, so you should be able to see it. If that link doesn't work, let me know for the Discord. It should. If not, I'll get Spirit Time onto it because he's our Discord man. And this is the stepfather to Nick that we're listening to. We've got like 2 minutes to go.
So I didn't think I'd be on the news, and I ended up on the news.
Oh yeah. Anytime you talk to the media, they'll whatever you say, one or two things will happen. They'll misconstrue it, or they'll run with it.
But usually,
Hey, you don't know anything about the case, right?
No.
Okay.
I just know. Well, I know a little bit more.
And that's just based off of what? How did you?
My family, because they watch the news.
Yeah, so basically they got it from the news, which they turned around and told you about it. Okay.
I
That
forgot.
means she connived Nick into doing it. And I guess he cut her throat and stabbed her. And that's about all I'm going to do for you.
Well, I think that's all I have. I don't know how much over there I can be over there. I may step in just real quick and let them know that I'm done with you and see what she.
I didn't have any injuries.
None that you're saying.
Right.
What about his hands, arms, that? Maybe band-aids or anything else for you?
Not that I know of. But I mean, I really, like I said, I don't pay attention to anything to watch out.
Okay. No big deal. Man, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate that very much. Thanks for all cooperation.
Or if I hear any more.
Yeah, give me a call. Do you have my card still?
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a call. Or if she thinks it's something already calls.
Would you?
So that's that one. Now, hang on, I'm going to stop sharing that. I was going through last night some of the screenshots of the conversations between Nick and Gypsy. And I came across one. Now, this is after he's agreed to the passing of DD, but it just goes to show just how much she manipulated him. So this is the screenshot, and it's Gypsy writing to Nick. Okay, now this was on the June the 10th, and she goes, I just want to say thank you. Say this, thank you. You're my hero, heart, and I will never leave you. I'm staying with you for eternity. So, Jimmy, I just found this one amazing. Like, it really shows the manipulation. Do you know what I mean? You promise someone with autism that you're going to be there. That's what they believe. And, Jimmy, you can really see why he went through thinking that, Jimmy, even if they got caught, that Gypsy was going to stand by him. So it's just, yeah, one I wanted to throw up there and show. Now, Mac did find, and I'm going to share it, because Matt was asking about the social media. So I'm gonna read it on the other screen, so you'll just have to. I can't see messages while I'm on there.
Yeah, no worries.
But Gypsy Rose Blanchett deletes social media accounts to maintain privacy. Gypsy, who gained notoriety for her involvement in the murder of her abusive mother, Dee Blanchett has recently taken steps to protect her privacy by shutting down her social media accounts after deleting her public Instagram account. Blanchett explained her decision on TikTok only to delete that account as well. Okay, so they're not going to... So they're not saying it in here by the POs, but it was... Yeah.
I like how if you go down to the bottom, like second bottom paragraph, no wait. No longer values the number of followers she has, and then she goes, I could give a F about a following, like that's not real life. Well, it almost sounds like she just doesn't care about all the people online who supported her as well. So that's what I took from it anyway.
I will, I'll put a post on my community page and I'll link that article in there if anyone wants to go and read it. other than that, I think that was about it for today. So we still have gypsies. We found a copy that only goes for an hour and a half.
Oh, thank
Um,
goodness.
No, I'm not going to make you sit through 12 hours.
I may or may not have already done that.
I've done it a few times. But yeah, so we might do that Friday. Are you free Friday?
Yeah, sounds good.
I might do it later in the afternoon because Friday is Good Friday here in
Yep.
Australia. So I'll get with Macjay and we'll work out a time and we'll do it Friday afternoon, maybe Friday night for us. And then Saturday we're going to do something fun. So hopefully everyone comes back for Saturday because we'll have some Easter prizes to give away. I should have some more memberships to give away by then. And we'll go from there. But I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank everyone for the memberships. It's so beautiful to see people joining up because it helps us do this longer.
Yes.
And other than that, Friday we can do Sebastian actually.
Yeah, that
And
would
maybe
be good.
Until next week.
Yeah.
So Friday we might do one on Sebastian Rogers because I really want to have a look at his case as well.
Give ourselves a break from this case.
Yeah. And then after Easter we'll get back into gypsies. But if people could go over and like Wilhelm Media's his like sub up, do the likes, all the things. He's under 1,000 subs, so we're trying to get him at least to his 1,000 subs so that he can monetize, and it's with channels like his that help channels like us do what we do. So other than that, I want to thank everyone for coming, and we'll talk to you all on Friday. Thanks, everyone.
Nice. Thank you.
There's too much that's going on, I don't know what to do. Paralyzed by options in this world, can't pick and choose. Yeah, everybody's life is on display, including you. Yeah, I feel every day is just the same, stuck in a loop. I need some variety, I'm sick of this anxiety, I'm sick of this society. They make us feel a rivalry, compare ourselves to others, but we all got different mothers. We were raised in different structures, so we're different, it's no wonder, yeah. I just want a great life, something where I feel like I just didn't waste time, something I look back and say that was a great time. Cause man, I just hate when the years left by the wayside. Yeah, lost inside, and I need a little time to find who I am in this life. I will find a way to feel alive. I'm so lost inside. You better watch out now, I figured something out, what this whole life's about, yeah. It's not the goal, it's the journey, wasted emotion is worry. I'll stop being in a hurry, and I'll just enjoy what I'm doing, keep pushing forward and moving, appreciate the improvement, yeah. I was so stuck on a goal, was losing sight of my soul. Need to enjoy getting old and be so present. I don't know if there's a heaven, but I know I wanna get in. And sometimes I feel a presence, energy in a direction, so I follow intuition. It took me to a musician, now I'm on a different mission, to help others with afflictions. Now I'm not lost inside, I finally have seemed to find who I am in this life, and I found a way to feel alive.